looks like Prince William and Catherine have defied orders from our gracious monarch, Her Majesty the Queen. But what have they done wrong? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company as ever, and I hope you're all keeping well. Now listen, I don't know about you, but I just found this information out and I think it's rather shocking, in fact, because over in Las Vegas they've decided to get rid of those glamorous showgirls. Those are the ones, of course, with the diamond encrusted costumes, with all the plumage and feathers, making the absolute capital of glamour glamorous. I've been lucky enough to meet a couple of those former glamour girls, dancers in Las Vegas, with the beautiful Anita Harris and the equally beautiful and stunning Amy McDonald. They apparently danced there way back when even Elvis was sat in the audience, and according to Anita, she definitely caught his eye a few times. I'm sure you did, Anita. But now apparently they can't get the girls. It's seen as a bit of a woke sort of format because they used to be professional dancers. They had to be just around about 6 foot and they couldn't weigh any more than 8 stone. In fact, some shows have had to employ drag queens to replicate that particular look simply because they can't get the dancers. And apparently now also, younger people don't want to see glamour like that. It's not really what they're out for. They prefer to see stunts, pyrotechnics and comedians. I'd love to know what you think. Has glamour really gone that bad? I don't think so. Back as ever though to your breaking roll story of the day. This really centres on the fact that recently, of course, we have our wonderful monarch issuing a very nice and polite statement, very gently through the media outlets as she does from time to time. And this all centres on something that is really rather serious. And we've seen of late recently that the whole of the family of the Cambridges have been travelling together. That's their 3 children, William and Catherine. And even recently this week they were seen boarding a helicopter in the back area of Kensington Palace as they go off on a very short family holiday. Now this of course has created a lot of backlash because as they're always preaching about climate change and making sure we cut down on our carbon footprint, there we have the future King of England once again stepping into a private helicopter. But that really wasn't the concern of Her Majesty the Queen, it was mainly this. As you know, it's royal protocol for not all people to be travelling in one aircraft for very obvious reasons. If they're all wiped out in a tragic turn of events, then that creates a major problem. Apparently Her Majesty the Queen did speak rather, shall we say, firmly to Prince William about this. In fact, she started it off by saying that she wished him to give up flying the helicopter simply because of that situation. Of course, I'm sure he agreed, but on this particular occasion, perhaps it slipped his mind. So for once, I do truly believe that when Prince William and Catherine return back from this short break, no doubt they will be summoned to Windsor to explain the course of their actions. Now, a lot of people may say, oh, this is just, old-fashioned guff. Is that really necessary in this day and age? How often would that happen? One never knows, and you have to remember that this is the British monarchy. And the bottom line is we've now got a very much thinned down British monarchy following the Megxit and removal, of course, of Prince Andrew. Now, a lot of people could say, well, there's still plenty of them and either one of them could take over. That's true. But the one, of course, in the helicopter is the one that's been expressively trained by our gracious monarch in how to become a king. And I, for one, believe that she's taking no chances on his personal security and, of course, the future of the monarchy. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.